In case you didn't hear earlier, make sure you have your resistant band straps nearby for class today. The one that's less stretchy, sorry, the one that's more stretchy, less resistant is going to be the one we want. It's the blue one. The red one is going to be harder, and I don't think we want that, but feel free to try it if you want. So have that handy. Water is always good to have nearby. Blanket, pillow, and we're going to find a comfortable seat on our mat. You want to prop yourself up on a pillow so that your hips are a little higher than your knees. In cross-leg position, if that is comfortable for you, and you really want to find a nice tall posture here. So sit up nice and tall with your shoulders down and away from your ears. You can draw your navel in. Think about your chest lifting up. Your chin can be parallel to the ground, and rest your hands in your lap. You can close your eyes if you like, and we're going to do some 4-count breathing, where we inhale for a count of 4 through our nose, pause at the top, exhale through our nose, count of 4, pause at the bottom, and I'll guide us through the first round or 2 and then let you go on your own. So we'll start with one big exhale out our mouth, letting go of all the stale air. And then begin inhale through your nose for 2, 3, 4, pause at the top, exhale 2, 3, 4, pause at the bottom, again inhale for 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4, continuing at your own pace. Think about elongating your spine on each inhale, and grounding down through your hips on the exhales. A few more rounds going at your own pace, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose, letting go of anything that doesn't serve you on the exhales. Wherever you are, we'll meet at the bottom of your next breath. And you can flutter your eyelids open and place your hands on your knees. And if you're not in cross-legged, go ahead and cross your legs, and we're just going to circulate our torso kind of in a circle, rotating clockwise. So your hands will stay on your knees and just rocking in a big circle. Try to make it as big and as exaggerated as you can. Really lean back and lean side and forward, using your hands on your knees to kind of help you stretch out your back as you do this as well. And then rotate opposite direction, counterclockwise. Good, and then we'll pause in the middle and bring the soles of your feet together. The knees will be bent, resting out wide. Call this butterfly pose or diamond shape. And then we'll start by just crawling our fingertips forward into a forward fold, dropping your head and neck down. Breathing into your hips and your inner thighs. Allow yourself to settle in here, a few more breaths. Good, and then walk your hands all the way over to the right. Keep your legs the way they are, folding kind of in a side bend towards the right. Your hands are stretched out long, bending over the right knee. And then walk your fingertips back to center and all the way over to the left. Good, and then press yourself back up and extend your right leg long. Left knee will stay bent, resting down on the ground. So the left knee is just resting down. And then you're gonna walk your fingers alongside your extended right leg. You can hold on to your right ankle or shin if that helps, and just bend over your right leg, forehead towards your knee, breathing into the back right hamstring. Notice the difference between having your toes pointed or flexed. Notice when you put attention into your face, are you clenching in your jaw? Release. And then slowly press up and change out your legs. Now the left leg is extended, right knee resting down. Walk your fingers forward alongside your left leg. You can hold on to the ankle or shin. You can reach your foot. You can do that too. Bending over the left knee, forehead towards your knee. Flex or point your foot, finding a good stretch in your left hamstring. A few more breaths. And then press yourself back up and bring both of your legs straight out in front for staff pose. You can remove the pillow or blanket if you are seated on one. Legs straight out in front of you, flex through your feet so that your toes are curled towards your face. Take your hands and stay up on your fingertips, placing them alongside each hip a little further back. So your hands are on the ground, propped up on your fingers, elbows back, shoulders back, lifting up through your chest. Nice straight spine. You need a slight bend in your knees, that's fine too. We're just thinking about sitting up tall here, shoulders back. You can squeeze your elbows back. Squeeze your deltoids back. Chin parallel to the ground. Seated staff pose, a few more breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale, walk your fingertips forward towards your feet, bending over your thighs. You can hold on to your ankles, drop your forehead down, breathing into your hamstrings one more time here. Good, and then press yourself up and find a comfortable seat so we can roll out our neck and shoulders. We'll start with shoulder rolls, rolling them up and back. Rest your hands on your knees if that is helpful. Shrugging your shoulders up and back, and then rotate them forward and down, forward circles. And then scrunch them up towards your ears, tensing your body as you do that, holding. And then on your exhale, release your shoulders all the way down. And we're gonna roll out our neck, starting with small circles to the right, clockwise, about drawing little circles with your nose, and then growing them bigger, moving slow and mindfully gentle with your necks. And then counterclockwise, little to start and then bigger. And then we'll take our gaze all the way over to the right so that your chin is over the right shoulder. Pause there for a few breaths, sitting up nice and tall. And then slowly move your head all the way to the left, chin over left shoulder. And then gaze back forward. And we're going to draw the right ear to the right shoulder to stretch out the left side of our neck. So you'll just drop the right ear towards the right shoulder, stretching out the left side of the neck. You'll hold it there. So right ear to right shoulder. And then slowly back to center and drop your left ear to the left shoulder and pause. You should feel this now on the right side of your neck. Good, and then back to center and we'll shake out our wrists. Go ahead and just shake them out. And then roll them in circles. Get your fingers twirling around, stretching out your thumbs, your fingers if you need to. And take one hand and press the hand back to stretch out the wrists. Using one hand to assist the wrist stretching in one direction and then the other. Good, and then we're gonna take our band. So I would suggest the blue. You're gonna place it around both ankles. So you're gonna slip your feet through the band and allow it to stay around your ankles. And then you're gonna make your way into tabletop position, keeping the band around both ankles. Once you're in tabletop, make sure your hands are directly under your shoulders. Fingers face forward, flat on your palms. You can spread your fingers nice and wide. Then make sure your knees are directly under your hips. We're just going to rock our hips from side to side, loosening your hips, and then create some circles with your hips, clockwise and counterclockwise. Any organic movement that feels good. We'll meet back tabletop position. And today we're going to do fire hydrant pose with the strap to create a little extra resistance. So for fire hydrant, we're just going to start with our right leg, lift the knee and the foot and the shin off the mat, and then swing that right knee out to the right and back down. So the right knee swings out to the side and down, and you'll feel the resistance from the band as you do that. And we're going to aim for 10, 20 max on one side. 15 is also a good number. 5 is even a good number. Whatever you do, but we want to match it with the left side. So keep track of how many you're doing. We're working the outer right glute in case you can't feel it. And go ahead and switch to the left when you're ready. Work, everyone. Once you've done both sides, you can take a break by just coming up onto your knees and shaking out your wrists. Good job, everyone. And then from here, we're going to come back to the tabletop position. And from here, we're going to do something called thread the needle. You don't really need the strap, so if that's bothering you, you can take it off. It's not really going to interfere with this, but we won't need the strap for this. So from here, thread the needle. This is a shoulder stretch. We're going to begin by reaching our right arm up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to thread the needle by thinking of this arm as a needle threading through our underarm of our left arm. So now we're going to thread our right arm under our left onto the ground with the top of the hand resting on the ground so that your palm is facing up. You're going to continue to slide that arm all the way through and rest down onto the top of that right shoulder. You're going to place the right ear onto the mat as well. So you're resting on the side of your right side of your head and the right shoulder. And then once you're there, you can start to extend the left arm forward, keeping the palm down on the ground. And you can explore with your hips if you want to sink your hips back a little bit or forward. And we're breathing here into our right shoulder. Your breaths and thread the needle. And to get out of this, you can bend your left arm, press yourself back up to tabletop, and we'll do the other side. So for thread the needle, we'll take our left hand up to the ceiling, and then we'll thread that arm under our right arm, palm faces up, resting the arm on the ground, resting the left ear and left shoulder on the ground. And then you can extend that top arm forward, press down through the right palm. Shifting your weight in your hips. Notice where that feels good. Breathe for a few more breaths. Good, and then press yourself back to tabletop. If you haven't already taken the strap off, go ahead and do that and place it somewhere where you can find it again. And then we're going to step up to standing. You need a water break. Go ahead and get some water. Okay, so this next series involves the letters of the alphabet. We have the Y's, the W's, and now we have the T's. I've never done T's with you, so we're going to start out with Y's. So for the Y's, these are all going to work our upper body. We're going to find about hip width distance with our feet. Feet are parallel. It's kind of a comfortable stance. And then bend your knees slightly and kind of sink down like as if you're sitting back slightly. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And the palms are facing one another for the Y's. And for this one, we just press our arms back and release, working our deltoids and our shoulders here. So the arms stay raised and you're going to press them back, the whole arm. Think about your biceps alongside your ears as you press them back. And you'll try to do 20 of these. Since I can only see everyone's lower body, I'm not sure if you're all doing it, but I'm assuming you are. So 20 of these, and if you're kind of sinking down slightly, at your hips. You're leaning forward slightly as well. That just helps engage the back muscles slightly. And then once you've done 20 of those, go ahead and bring your arms out wide to a T, palms face down or up, you can decide, and you're going to press your arms back and release for 20 T's. I like thinking, yeah, with my arm, for me, I like having my palms facing up. It seems to work more the front of my shoulder. So you're keeping the arms straight out, pressing them back and releasing for about 10 to 20 reps of this one. If your arms aren't burning yet, that would be surprising. And then once you've done the T's, we'll do our final W's. For W's, you're going to reach your arms up towards the ceiling to start, and then bend your elbows 90 degrees so that you're in sort of a goalpost cactus position, palms facing out. And for this one, you reach your arms back up to straight, parallel to one another, and then back down into that 90-degree goalpost. So the arms straighten and bend for W's. Try to do another 10 to 20 of these. Remembering to breathe. And once you're done with those, allow your arms to drop. And we're going to do some arm circles in case you haven't feeling this at all. Bring your arms out wide to a T. We're going to start with 10 to 20 backward arm circles. Kind of smaller, medium-sized circles. Keep the arms stiff, flexing your arms as you rotate them. Backward circles for 10 to 20, and then forward circles for 10 to 20. And then allow your arms to drop at your side when you're done. So I have some ideas now for the strap. I'm trying to decide the best way to do this. Well, okay, let's grab the strap. Everyone grab your blue or red strap. And we're going to do a couple arm strengthening things. In case your arms aren't feeling it yet, you're going to feel it now. So we're going to start out with some tricep pulls. Tricep, hopefully everyone knows what the tricep is. It's where we do human guide technique. Here I am throwing in some orientation mobility. You grab the back of a tricep, so the upper elbow. We're going to be working that area. Take your strap in your right hand and go ahead and bring that hand across your body towards to where your front of your left shoulder is. Resting that right hand in front of your left shoulder, allow the strap to just relax there with the strap hanging down. Then you're going to take your left hand and loop it through the band. So I would say, for me, I like having 4 fingers through the loop and my thumb around it. So I'm kind of holding onto the band now with my left hand. Hopefully, I don't see anyone really, so this is going to be hard to know if you're following me, but okay. So make sure you're holding the strap with your right hand in front of your left shoulder. Is everyone doing that? You want to hold on to the strap with your hand, not around your wrist, not around the forearm, holding it through the hand, through the loop. Think about you're shaking a hand with the strap. So you've got it almost like, okay, the spot between your thumb and your index finger, the strap is wrapped around that. with your right hand. Okay, now that right hand is just in front of the left shoulder. Now we take the left hand through the bottom of the strap, same thing, with positioning it through the thumb and the index finger so that all 4 fingers are through the strap, and I have it just below, kind of where, just underneath the fingers there. I think you all got it. Now you're going to take the strap and with your left hand, you're going to pull the strap down towards your left hip to extend the left arm and then release. So you keep the right hand holding onto the strap just in front of your left shoulder, and then you're gripping the strap with your left hand, the other end of the strap, to pull the band down with the arm extending straight towards the left hand goes towards the ground as you do this. This is how you're going to activate the tricep. I think I see Sherry's doing it, and I think I see Tom's doing it. And let me see, with Katie, I can see, I think you're doing it too. You just want to try to pull the strap down all the way. If it's too much resistance, then I understand why you're not doing it. But otherwise, you want to try to hug the arm alongside you as you pull the arm down, and you can do 10 of those on the right side or on the left side, and then we'll switch hands and do the same thing on the other side. So once you've done enough on that side, go ahead and switch it up. So now you're holding the strap with the left hand, having it in front of your right shoulder. Take the other end of the strap with your right hand and pull the strap down so that your right arm extends straight. And then release, straight and release. You should be feeling this in your tricep. If you need more help with this one, I'll have to work with you one-on-one because I can't stay after class today, sorry. This is the tricep pull. Okay, once you've done both sides, we're going to move on to this one's going to work the lats. So we're going to take the strap in both hands, holding on to either side with one hand. Then bring your hands overhead so that your arms are straight with the strap in each side. We're going to start with the right side. We're going to pull the right elbow down to bend the right elbow, holding on to the strap. As you bend the elbow, the strap comes down. Keep the left arm straight as you do that. And you're just going to bend the right elbow and then release to bring your arm straight again. So your arms stay extended up overhead, and then the right arm bends down and back up for 10 on the right. Feel this. These are like the swim muscles, the lats. And then once you've done 10 or 15 on the right side, we'll switch to the left. Same thing, but now you're keeping the right arm straight overhead. Left arm bends, drawing the strap kind of towards the left shoulder and then back up. These are the lat pulls. They're all going to be nice and strong for summer. When you're done with both sides, go ahead and drop your arms down, let them relax. And I think we'll be done with the straps. I have more for next time though. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, let's go ahead and to roll out our ankles, we're going to just start with the right ankle, roll it out clockwise and counterclockwise. Allow your weight to come all the way into the toes, even rolling onto the front of the foot. And then same thing with the left side. Rolling out the left ankle. Good, and then if you want to find a chair or a wall or a piece of furniture for balance, we're going to do a couple things here for balance and strength. The first one, you may not need anything, but just in case, get to that spot. And then we're going to start with just our heel lifts. So we're going to lift our heels and come up onto our toes and then lower back down. Lift and lower. Your feet are hip width distance apart. And just working out the muscles in your calves. Lift and lower, lift up onto your toes and back down. This requires balance, so you can hold on to something if you need to. And explore how much support you need. You might start out with one hand and then only 2 fingers, and then maybe you just hover your hand. We'll do about 20 of those. Once you're done, we will take our right leg and swing it out to the side for our side leg lifts. So you might want to hold on again to something for this, but you're just going to swing the right leg out to the side and back down. Both your feet face forward, and we'll aim for 10 to 20 on the right. If you wanted to, you could do this with a strap, but we're not going to do that, but just saying, you wanted to. This is something you could try with a strap, having them along around your ankles. It would be a lot harder. And then make sure you go to the left side. Same thing, swing the left leg out to the side and down. Covering your hand or fingers, you need it. Once you've done side leg lifts to the left and right, we're going to do the front leg lift. So you'll now bring your right leg forward and down, bring kind of like a high kick. Might not come too high, that's okay. But to keep your right leg straight as you lift it forward and up and back down for 10 on the right, and then 10 on the left. You're probably feeling this in your standing leg as well because it's being used for stability. Remembering to breathe. Once you're done with both legs, find a nice wide stance with your feet. You can allow your feet to come out diagonally. We're just going to do a little stretch here. So put your hands on your hips, and we're going to rotate our hips in a nice circle. Hands on hips, and we're just rotating our hips in big circles, and then rotating them clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. And then bring your feet back together. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Interlace your hands, your fingers, and then lean towards the right. Just stretch out the left side. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, lean to the left, stretching out the right side. Inhale back to center, and then slightly lean back for a little low back bend. Gaze is up towards the ceiling, arms extend overhead, leaning back. And then exhale, release. Nice job, everyone. And before we make our way down on the mat, we're going to just do our little marching. I don't really have a name for this, but we're going to march in place to start, bringing your knees nice and high. And then you're going to begin to twist so that one elbow is reaching towards the opposite knee as it lifts. So right knee lifts, left elbow twists to that knee, and vice versa. So you need to kind of slow down in order to coordinate your knee towards your elbow. And try to get your knees nice and high. I'm going left, right, twist, kick. Nice job, everyone. You could speed it up, but that would be pretty difficult. See how fast I can go. Woo! Might as well just start running in place. Let's do it. I've never had us run in place. Run in place a little bit. This is good for your body. Shake it up. Oh, where should we run today? Let's see. Let's go to Oakview. I've never been there. Katie and Carly can show us around. Okay, I'm done. We don't have to run anymore. Good job, you guys. So we're going to slowly make our way onto our backs. We want to take a break, drink some water after that big run. Oakview. Okay, so coming onto our backs, we're going to start with windshield wipers. So you'll bend your knees and place the soles of your feet flat on the mat. Your arms can just relax down at your side. Allow your knees to fall all the way to the left. Then lift and fall all the way to the right. Going back and forth, left and right, knees drop to either side. Nice little gentle twist on your spine. Good, and then draw your knees all the way in towards your chest and interlace your hands around the front of your shins. So you're in a nice tight ball. And rock your knees from side to side to massage your low back. Maybe even some circles, whatever feels good. Giving yourself a hug. And then keep your right knee there and allow your left leg to drop down flat on the ground. Left leg extends down, resting on the mat, and then squeeze that right knee in towards the outside of your right rib cage. Hands are interlaced around the front of the right shin. Squeeze the knee. Breathing for a few more breaths when releasing pose. Notice if your chin is jetting up towards the ceiling, see if you can draw the chin slightly down as your head is resting on the mat. And then slowly release that right leg all the way down, and we'll do the left side now. Squeeze the left knee in towards your chest, hands interlaced around the front of the left shin. The knees coming towards the outside of the left rib cage. Squeeze that left knee. Chin slightly drawn towards your chest. Elbows hug close towards the midline of your body. A few more breaths in when releasing pose. Good, and then we're going to bring our legs all the way up towards the ceiling now. So your legs are straight, feet towards ceiling. Your hands are going to interlace behind your head. We're just going to do some little crunches here. So you'll lift your head and shoulders off the mat as your legs stay upright. If that's too hard, you can always bring your feet down to rest on the mat. And we'll try for 10, 20 crunches, working our abdominals. Once you're done with your crunches, allow your legs to drop all the way down to the mat. Reach your arms overhead and just give yourself a nice full body stretch. Nice deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhale. We'll move into supine twist. We'll start by drawing the right knee towards our chest, and then allow that knee to draw all the way across your body and to the left. You're going to extend your right arm out wide to a T, palm faces the ceiling, and then send your gaze towards your extended right arm. You can use the left hand to assist the right knee towards the ground. So you're twisting in an opposite direction. Your right shoulder presses down towards the mat as your right knee is pressing down as well. If your right shoulder is lifted, see if you can come out of the twist slightly and press the shoulder blade down. A few more breaths here. Bringing out our spine, supine twist. And then gently coming back to center, allow your right leg to come down to the floor, and we'll switch sides. Left knee towards your chest, and then draw the knee across your body and to the right. Take your left hand out to the side, palm faces the ceiling. Turn your head towards your extended left arm. And then with your right hand, you can assist the left knee towards the ground. Twisting in opposite direction. Press the left shoulder blade down as you press the right knee, left shoulder blade down with left knee towards the ground as well. And then coming back to center, bring both your knees in towards your chest one last time, rolling left and right. Massage your low back on the ground. And then taking the last moment to get out any final wiggles, any movement you might need before we come into our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. This is your chance to surrender here in your mat, getting comfortable, and take a pillow or a blanket under your head. Allow your arms to rest down at your sides, feet nice and relaxed, down out towards the sides as well. Palms face the ceiling. You can close your eyes and allow your breath to slow and deepen, feeling the rise and fall each breath in your chest and belly. Filling yourself with gratitude on each inhale and sharing that with the world on each exhale. Allowing yourself to melt into your mat. Finding comfort in this moment. Nothing to do here, nothing but laying in stillness. And take another deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth exhale. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, you can roll over to one side. Take a moment and breathe on one side and then press yourself up to seated. Taking your time, there's no rush. And found a little quote today in a little book that I sometimes read, Courage to Change. Today's reminder says, if I compare, I lose. Maybe I'll come out feeling better than somebody this time, but next time I'm bound to feel worse. The best way to stop feeling that I'm not good enough is to stop comparing altogether. A reminder for you today. So come in a seated position and bring your hands together, rubbing the palms together in the center of your chest, and then bringing the palms to rest on your heart. Sitting up nice and tall. Thinking of something in your life that you're grateful for. And then bring your palms together one more time in a prayer position in front of your heart. Bowing down, namaste. Hugging you all virtually. Thank you for coming today, and I will stop my recording.